Welcome to the Weekly Jews. My name is Andrew Appel. Thank you so much for stopping by to get this weekly dose of Jewish pop culture. Please don't forget to hit that like button, and now, let's get right into it. Ethan Klein is back on YouTube and has a lot to say about Ben Shapiro and his own suspension. Ethan Klein is a popular Jewish YouTuber and podcaster who is a dual citizen of the United States and Israel. Last week, he received a 1-week suspension from YouTube for making anti-Semitic comments towards conservative Jewish creator Ben Shapiro. After the suspension was lifted, Klein returned to his H3 podcast for a Halloween episode and made sure to share his feelings about the whole thing.
First of all, I'll just be honest. What I said was obviously let's just say this. I'm not surprised YouTube, suspended us.
Yeah.
It gave me a strike.
During Klein's ban, Shapiro was quoted as saying,
"I'm very much in favor of the idea that platforms should be extremely loose about what they allow on their platforms. If these platforms proclaim that they are for free speech, they shouldn't be removing videos, even videos that I find to be gross and or despicable."
Klein responded to this on his members-only podcast, See You Next Tuesday, by saying, "We're all for deplatforming, it's just a matter of where you draw the line," and proceeded to make the argument that he doubts that Shapiro would want ISIS recruitment videos showing up on YouTube. For the most part, all of the back and forth was very civil, though Ben did take the opportunity to get in one shallow dig at Ethan.
I will refrain from any comments about the appearance of the person who ought to own a mirror here.
Bazinga!
And Ethan, for his part, apologized on his members-only podcast, sort of, saying, I'm sorry that I got suspended, I'm not sorry for what I said, and I don't give an F about Ben. Moral of the story, when we say never again, we mean it. Hopefully this is the last we hear about these two Jewish creators fighting, and we can put all our collective efforts towards fighting real anti-Semites.
It was a Jewish doctor.
But if nothing else, let's at least appreciate this fun little back and forth about the Hebrew language.
Look, Ben Shapiro, the guy, Uncle Tove, I think I like that expression for him. And I think he really is an Uncle Tove. You get that?
Uncle Tove?
Yeah. Do you know what that means?
Tove is good in Hebrew.
Is Tove a man's name in Hebrew?
No.
It's important that people from all backgrounds speak out against anti-Semitism, and that's especially true if you're blessed with a unique voice. That's why we're so glad that Jewish rapper Kosha Dillz decided to do just that when he released a Kanye West diss track appropriately titled Death Con 3. Kosha Dillz, whose real name is Rami Evanesh, is best known for performing on MTV's Wildin' Out. He made a second video explaining the idea behind the diss track.
What Kanye did was wrong. The reason why I made the song was because everyone is saying the same thing. Kanye is wrong. He should be condemned. They should take everything away. I could do that, but everyone else knows how to do that, honestly, a little bit better. What I have is a unique voice. And here we are, and a lot of people are talking about it. And it's a different pathway to the same conversation in a different way.
So for all of you desperately trying to get your Bubby and Zadie into hip-hop, Kosha Dillz has you back. National treasure Mandy Patinkin, who surprisingly is responsible for 1/3 of all Jewish content on TikTok, is giving us a new way to appreciate his voice. Despite the fact that we can already hear him on Tony-winning cast recordings, see him on prestige TV shows, and watch him make some of the best online content, he's now stepping into the world of podcasting. According to Deadline, the Leo Black Institute has hired him to host their new podcast, Exile, which will tell the stories of German Jews in the 1930s during the rise of the Nazi occupation. Patinkin was quoted as saying, "I am fortunate to be a part of Exile, to tell the extraordinary stories of these individuals, their noble lives, and journey. It is important to tell their stories at this time." The first episode is out now wherever you get your podcasts. That's where we're going to leave it today. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for sticking around. Please hit that like button if you haven't already, and if you really enjoyed it, get subscribed and click the bell notification so that you never miss one of our videos. For now, I'm Andrew Appel, and this has been the news. We'll see you next week.